Okay, I am testing this video audio. It's not doing a weird skipping thing. I'm going to also make some changes here. Whoa, okay. Let's move me over to the corner. And I have to adjust this. Do I? I don't have to adjust it. Let's make it, whatever, keep that. All right, fine. I'll mess around with that later. Anyway, here we go. This is going to be the first of many videos. I'm doing all the audio testing right now, video testing. I recently, like in the last couple of weeks, upgraded my High Sierra, my MacBook to Ubuntu. And a lot of the software I was using on my MacBook, like OBS, things like that, they're pretty ubiquitous, so they already have pretty friendly Linux platforms. I just basically in the last 6 months I've been looking up for open source versions of X, Y, Z. Audacity, GIMP, I've been using those already. Audacity not so much, I just don't really do much audio just yet. OBS I started using a little bit with some of my other videos. And let's see. Here we go. OpenShot. I haven't done any post-production OpenShot yet. I don't plan on making these pretty just yet. Right now it's going to be pretty much like this. And it's so weird talking to myself, getting used to this again. TLDR, I'm going to be working on some boxes or different things. A lot of the stuff I want to make videos for will be like hack the box challenges, things like that. Nothing you haven't seen already. I'm sure you're going to find people who have been doing this much longer than me, but you're seeing me do this from almost the ground up. I've done some of this stuff before. I've gotten a few boxes in the past, but I want to organize my thoughts and just see. You're going to see essentially how the sausage is made, how the hot dogs are made. I think that's the phrase. Yeah, we're going to see how the sausage is made. I'm also learning little things like I need to hydrate while doing this. Anyway, with that, I'm going to start working on some of the Hack the Box has changed a bit since the last time I used it. It didn't have as much. It's a lot better, to be honest. It didn't have as much on there as far as guides, tutorials. You could find tutorials out there. There were some on some of the challenges, but now it's much different where it doesn't have all the hosts up at once. You have to turn them on, or you start them as you go. One thing they have added as well is a starting point. So there's some lab machines you can start off with, and there's tutorials that come with them. So what I'm going to do, or what I have been doing since I started these, has been slowly going through the tutorials and doing the boring step-by-step stuff. I do it with a little twist, though. I put together a recon tool. All it does is a few nmap scans. But what it does is it creates an HTML report that just makes it. All it does is it's using XSLT proc to make the XMLs into this neat little page here, and then in my Bash script, I just added lines for an HTML page. It's really not that high tech, not that sophisticated, but it's pretty good for me. That's pretty much what I was going with. Wasn't the fact that, not trying to reinvent the wheel. There's a bunch of tools out there to do this already. You could use, let's see, for starters, ZenMap would give you something like this. Much easier visual read. You could also use, what's that tool? Sparta. That would give you a lot of the stuff too. That's kind of what got me down this path. Was I decided to look into how Sparta works. It's basically a big Python script that does some things. Scans, it just automates the whole process. And I wanted to get better at scripting, so I decided I'm going to start making something that's useful for me. This is it's been pretty useful for me so far. Like I said, you can, it's not the best tool out there yet, But whatever. It works for me, and I taught myself to make something, and that was pretty interesting. Anyway, the one thing I noticed with these lab machines is you want to go through and do them in order. The thing I noticed with them, and specifically, I'll pull up that page real quick. There we go. So the thing I noticed with the lab machines, I had some issues with my network connection. So at one point, so I skipped this one and went to this one next. But one thing I noticed is as you progress through these, do them in the orders top down. There's going to be certain things you find as you get to your root access that might help you with the next box without giving too much details away. You could do it, just pursue it however you want, but the walkthroughs are also pretty helpful. It'll give you step by step. You're going to find some tools. If you hadn't been doing this on a daily through either CTFs, pen testing, or any sort of labs like OSCP, VHL, etc., this is a pretty good start for you. And even if you have been doing that, this might give you a different approach. Like I said, there's a few other tools in there that I hadn't used before. I was like, oh, okay, that's how that works. Or, oh, this is why I need this. So I'm following these through real slow and just working my way through. If you want to follow along, hey, great. If not, oh well. These first few videos are going to be pretty raw, as you can tell. I'm testing audio and making sure things work. I've gone back and forth, and I've noticed different problems on Ubuntu versus when I had my Mac in terms of setting up the audio and all that, and then drivers, little things. Nothing too big. Just I've been going down the rabbit hole and Googling my way through. Let's see. With that out of the way, answering your next question, if you start hearing music, I've been using Pretzel. They have a lot more of the I guess, the royalty-free music I was looking for. Every time I watch one of these streaming videos, there's different stuff going on, like music in the background and things like that. But then, as I see some videos, I watch a lot of YouTube content and notice some of them get demonetized or get the copyright strikes, things like that. I'm trying to avoid that, but I'm also doing this for my own self-gratification, not so much for gaining money off of it or anything. I don't have anything to plug just yet, charities or otherwise. So, with that, there's these options, YouTube safe mode. I don't know how valid that it's going to be. We'll see if I get any kind of claims on my videos. This one here, it'll announce what's playing in chat. I guess that's for streaming. In fact, it is. I linked this to my Twitch, so we'll see how that goes. I may do some of these live. Allow mature content. I don't know. Well, it's only instrumental, so if there's offensive instrumentals you're aware of, then maybe I should be aware. Whatever. Anyway, so let's see. What do we have here? There's a bunch of different playlists here. I'm going to unmute this. Audio, hello. Hello. Oh, I hear. I don't hear anything. Okay. Weird. And we're going to unmute that. There we go. It's a little buggy. It's not as stellar as the 61. Oh, did I just hit the... Okay. Weird. The next one. Or not? I don't know. Let's find... Wow, this thing sucks. Alright, come on. Oh, my network connection. Alright. Okay.